Why is it that Japan always seems to get the fun stuff and the rest of the world just has to sit by and wish that they were there because Japan has so many cool items officially licensed, officially coming from these actual game companies? In this case, Nintendo. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT Plus. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about some exclusive, officially licensed Nintendo of Japan merchandise that you can only get in Japan, or in this case, eBay. JT. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for everything else. But on this channel, I kind of just talk about some cool stuff that's going on that's a little bit different than the Smash JT main channel. And in this episode, I picked up some stuff off eBay that I wanted to share with you guys that I thought was just so cool. Like, I saw this posted, I don't even remember where, it was like 3 months ago. People were talking about how Nintendo was making some controller keychains. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I saw them and I was like, okay, I have to have that. These were about, we'll say, give or take, $130 to get all of these on eBay right now. I don't know what the actual charge will be for them when you try to get them, because when I bought it, it was the last auction available from that seller. And this had Series 1 and Series 2 together in them, all of them. Because I could have broken them up and gotten them cheaper if you wanted like individual ones, but I was like, no, I want them all. So this one, I believe, is Series 1 right here. And it's in some nice, there we go, bubble wrap here. And we got the NES controller and the Famicom controller. Broken up into, well, hold on, broken up into 3 parts. This is wild. So for the NES controller, I put it together the right way. Whoop, that's backwards. There we go. This is the NES controller. And they're keychains that you can actually press the buttons on, and it feels even through the plastic, it feels like the actual NES controller. Like, this is perfect for someone who is a hardcore retro enthusiast that's also kind of ADHD, that needs something like a clicker or a spinny fidget thingy. These kind of accomplish the same thing, but for a gamer. Very clicky, very cool. High quality too. Like, Nintendo doesn't go cheap on this stuff. It was really well made. This one's the Famicom controller. So I like how they made both the worldwide version of the NES and the Japanese version Famicom, so that people can get both. They didn't sell the NES in Japan. They only had the Famicom. So this is what they're used to, but even though it's Japan only, they made the US and UK version of the NES available for purchase in Japan. So that's curious, interesting. But yeah, same thing with this one. It's got all 3 parts and it breaks apart. And they're all keychains, individual keychains. Very unique talking points for people, too. Like, I'm sure if you see that out and about, you'd be like, whoa, I want one of those. And this is the Series 2, I believe. Again, with the bubble wrap. Let's see. And Series 2 has GameCube and N64. That's cool. Okay, so the GameCube has, I think, 2, and the N64 has 4. Let me break these out of here. I don't even know. Oh, wait, actually, no. There's 2, 2, and 2. So the Series 1 had NES and Famicom, and it's 3 pieces. And Series 2 has Super Nintendo, GameCube, and N64, and each of them are 2 pieces each. So GameCube, got the yellow clicker controller, and then the buttons, and the keychain on back. The N64, this one's kind of big. It's got the 6 button, the 4 yellow D-pad, and the B and A buttons. And then the analog stick. I gotta open this up to see what it's like. Hold on a second. Alright, so that is amazing. The quality on this literally feels 1 for 1 like an N64 controller. And it's just like that. And you can see the keychain, and on the back it says the officially licensed Nintendo brand. And you can just put this on your keyring and have the N64 controller. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then finally, last but definitely not least, we have Super Nintendo. And this is just the buttons. We have the US version, which was really boring. And then the Japanese and I believe worldwide version with the colors for the button palette. No controller, no D-pad I should say, like the NES or the joypad, the analog stick. The Super Nintendo is just the buttons. So, yeah, pretty cool. All together, all combined, we got 6, 9, 12 pieces. So 6 in the Series 1 and 6 in the Series 2. Again, I got these on eBay. For all 12 of them, it was about $130, which after shipping from Japan, the guy who sent it was through DHL. Came in like 4 or 5 days. Came super fast. And this is like, it even has the spring back. Like it. That's awesome. That is awesome. And if you're wondering how to get these in Japan, you don't just go into a store and just buy it off a rack. They're actually in little bubble containers and added to these gacha machines where you insert money and turn the knob and try to get all of them. And as you see from these pictures here, user DauberSSB on Twitter posted the inside, the inner guts of the controllers that you can take apart. And see, they even have like the rubber and the reflectors and the bouncers and everything that should be in the actual controllers inside these mini keychains. And he even took the parts out and used them as replacement parts for the actual GameCube controller. And they worked and functioned exactly the same, proving that it's the same exact parts. So it's just like a one-for-one. What a cool idea. It's not a cheap knockoff just to make a quick buck. Nintendo went over the top. And again, only in Japan can you get this. Nintendo of Japan on Twitter posted about it, advertising it to everyone. Only in Japan. And I'm like, come on, we gotta get this stuff here. And again, I feel like this is something that we need desperately in America. I would be spending all my money on one of these. This is awesome, cool stuff. And turns out the parts that are being used in these are official OEM parts from the actual controllers. It's not like rebranded or made knockoff. It's actually the controller from the actual Nintendo machines that makes them. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I guess you could just search on eBay for it. They're officially licensed Nintendo from Nintendo of Japan. And I haven't seen anyone else talking about these. I feel like they're a fairly new thing Nintendo is doing. So if you're interested in getting them, I would say act fast, because I don't know how many of these are going to be available online and how long they're going to be available for. But like I said, when I saw them, I had to have them. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information on this stuff, I will leave the link that I found from eBay in the description below. If you guys appreciate what I'm doing here, check out Smash JT, the main channel. I guess I'll put that in the description below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash JT.